Hi, I'm Dan McTeague, President Canadians for Affordable Energy. We've been talking a lot about policies, the things that are driving up energy costs, but we also get mail, and I see those emails, and a lot of you are questioning and wondering why diesel prices are so high. Let me give you the bad news. It's going to get worse before it gets better, and I don't see a scenario just yet in the foreseeable future where it is going to get better. So the prices that we're seeing across Canada for diesel, and in particular heating oil, are likely to move above the 250 liter average range across Canada. These are unprecedented prices, but they come on the heels of a couple of factors that I think go without saying. Yes, many who don't look at these things very with great intensity or spend a lot of time as an analyst will say, "Oh, it's about the war in Russia." It's not that easy. We've gone through several steps over the past few years, especially in North America, where the quality of diesel, the standard of diesel has changed. IMO 2020, that's where all international vessels had to run on low sulfur diesel. That means that the processing of diesel has gone up in price. And since about 2018, diesel prices have remained constant with gasoline. And I know a lot of you out there saying, well, diesel's at the bottom of the barrel and it's the easiest thing to make. It's not. And in fact, when you look at biodiesel, where they have to mix it with other products to ensure that it meets stringent environmental standards, and you consider that in eastern United States and Canada, we've lost 3 refineries. Pretty big area to lose refineries in. The Come By Chance refinery, which I helped save back in 1998, 1999, is now just a biodiesel plant. In other words, they're just mixing product and eventually coming out with that over the next several years, but not soon enough to meet this market. And the 2 refineries in eastern United States, those have really created an impact such that the inventory of diesel, as we head into the critical months, the cold months where diesel use goes through the roof, well, we're at 50 and 60% below the 5-year average, and that's pretty significant, and it is likely to lead to even higher prices. There is no real short solution, but the solution that I think has to be considered is diesel is best made with heavy oil. There's only one country in North America, at least as far as, if you will, the new world, the Western world, where you have a country with plenty of heavy oil. That's Canada. But blocking pipelines, permitting them to happen, has consequences. American shale oil produces wonderful gasoline, but it isn't very good in terms of a feedstock to produce heavier slates, such as diesel, such as jet fuel, such as heating oil, such as furnace oil, stove oil, and the likes. By the way, diesel is also used for something known as urea. We use that for fertilizer. So when you think about the totality of governments being concerned about inflation, and Statistics Canada saying, "Hey, we're still looking at a huge bulge in the cost of living," it's amazing they don't look at diesel and fuel to say that's the problem, that's the source. Of course, it doesn't help Canadians that we have a dollar. Canadian dollar is no longer the petroloonie, so we price all of our commodities, whether they're made here in Canada or not, in U.S. terms. And that, of course, is leading to about a 40-cent loss in our purchase power on diesel, on gasoline, and every other commodity. Well, that's it for now. And we'll be looking for more of your comments. Looking forward to those emails. Keep sending them here at affordableenergy.ca.